reservoirs are pretty low. Rain is good for now. Snow is better. With regard to Bowman precip and rain, the last time we checked, we were at 20 inches, which is 70% of average, so we're off track by 30%. And then water consumption, conservation, so 2018 closed at 12% over the 2013, which in a normal water year, that means that we're still holding. Interestingly enough, I think the wet December was 18% over, so the people really laid off. With regard to, so one of the things that the board has, board members are discussing with me is the use of the iPads and a future that may involve Microsoft Office devices. Clearly, the new board members are more integrated electronically and are trying to use programs that are not on the iPads and it's not how the iPads were originally conceived. These devices were really just for email and visiting the NID website. I understand your frustration, so I've tasked IT to look at Surface. We have some budget money in the board's budget, and we can go find some appropriate MS devices to give you greater flexibility in doing your work and supporting staff and doing our work. So that's forthcoming. I apologize for the struggle, and I recognize that there'll be a little bit more struggle, but please hold with me. We'll get there. We have scheduled some meetings with specific members to talk about certain issues, to get people up to speed, to learn about how our budget works, to learn about our budget management program, stuff like that. So those are forthcoming. You'll see those requests coming to you. Also, system tours, as weather permits, we'll start taking the new members and old members that want to join out to see some of our power plants and treatment facilities and some of those now. So you'll be hearing from Danette over the next few months to get everybody lined up. With regard to Mr. Olive's question, I think we've already talked about the plan for water. The water rates, we're still figuring that part out. I've reached out to the members of the Water Rates Committee to meet with them to discuss how we move forward, and so that should be coming too. It's right now water rates. To stay on schedule, water rates has to come to the board on the 23rd. I recognize that that's a short time window, but for us to be able to get our billing right for the ag season, we need to be able to start the process then. But that's something I'll be discussing with the committee. Combi Phase 1 is out to bid. That is the huge project of this year, so $20 million. We'll have the bid back in-house on the 31st. And we'll know whether or not our coffers run it dry for all other projects, or whether or not we have a little bit of extra for other things. The Rock Creek Intertie, this is a project for the new members. This is a project that connects the Combi-Ophir system 4 with the Rock Creek Reservoir. This has been something that we've been working on for a very long time. We've been in negotiations with PG&E just to get access to the Rock Creek Reservoir. It's very important to the North Auburn treatment plant to have a direct access to the reservoir because it improves our water quality. That project also connected the Shale Ridge tanks. So, just as an aside, up until this point, the North Auburn treatment plant was pressurizing its system off of pumps. So it was pump following pressure, which is a bad idea and it's expensive. So engineering came up with a solution to pipe to the Shale Ridge tank, so now we're appropriately aging our water in the tanks, and the system's running off tankage, and the pumps are now running off of elevation, which is a more sustainable way to operate the system, a more traditional way to operate the system. So that's a huge victory for us that we were able to get past PG&E, get access to the reservoir, and now we're operating. The Rollins Halbunger valve, or the fixed cone valve, this is the valve at the base of the Rollins. The valve currently there is struggling. We're in discussion with the SOD and FERC on replacing that valve. We ordered that valve from Germany. It will show up, we anticipate it being here in February. We have till our outage season is a little cattywampus because we're going to have to take an outage on the powerhouse. The powerhouse has to free-spin so we can't make power with it while we're pushing a 25,000-pound valve down a 600-foot tunnel and then push another one back up the tunnel. So this is a huge piece of work. So we're on schedule, but it's going to be in the fall sometime that we're actually going to have this work accomplished. Maven 2 emergency repairs are complete. Thank you very much for the emergency contract on the Maven project. We're about to go out to quote for Iron Horse DFWLE, that's the district finance water line, and our 2019 hydroelectric canal lining project. So we have our upper country canals. We invest annually in those canals now that we own them and operate them, something that's going to extend on to the South Yuba Canal and the Choctaw Canal, but this is just an ongoing project for us. Pipeline replacement program will be out to Boreham Road. It's actually Boreham Lane in Guile. It's more up towards direct-to-hex territory to discuss a replacement project in their neighborhood. Placer County Land Trust has planted our oak tree. So one of the things that we did as part of the Rock Creek Intertie.
Yes, and the pipeline.
And the pipeline to Shale Ridge was we contracted with Placer County Land Trust to provide the mitigation. And so it's one of those opportunities for us to partner with land use organizations like the Land Trust and to help them stay sustainable and us stay sustainable. So they've completed the oak tree mitigation and we cut them a check, so you'll see that in the warrant. Maven 3 design plans are underway. The Meade Canal, we're working, so this is the canal that runs out to Smartsville. Okay, it goes through many pastures. It is a water quality nightmare. Okay, we have a grant to put it into a pipe. The property owners are being difficult. The board directed staff to continue to negotiate with them. We have continued to negotiate with them. We're still trying, but time is running short.
Which division?
So it's in no division.
No division.
So it's not in the district. This is in the RCO, in the Railroad Commission area out in Yuba County. So it's in, I don't want to say it's in no man's land. So I guess the way to answer it is, it's in all y'all. Yeah, so this is something we need to deal with because there's 44 connections in a small treatment plant that suffers greatly from the cows.
What was that acronym you used? It's
RCO, Railroad Commission Order.
Railroad Commission.
Long,
I saw it on the map and I go, wow, this is new.
Yeah.
That's a long story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's part of the Excelsior purchase. When we bought the Excelsior system on the South Yuba, one of the requirements inside that purchase agreement was that we maintain service to Smartsville. And so there's a little treatment plant out there and 44 connections that we're managing for and costing us great. Maintenance is working on the exterior of the ditch.
Passenger gets his water virtually unlimited for $6. That's the Railroad Commission.
No, that's a different agreement.
Well, that wasn't the Railroad Commission.
No, that was when we built the tar ditch. We solicited some members for easement, and Mr. Brown, really clean house. And, yeah, it was good. He did a great job.
You got a good Brown. All right.
And then we're currently meeting with architects to discuss the Scott Flat office. So our recreation office at Scott Flat is an old mobile that is seen the Airbnb. And so trying to come up with a solution for our recreation staff, which is housed out of that. No,